If I mess this up, I could lose the entire flock. 25 chickens, their very first night outside. I have 2 hours to move them out and build a predator-proof setup, or they don't survive the night. Clock's ticking, let's go. These chicks are about 4 weeks old now, and they've officially entered the growth spurt phase. They've completely outgrown this space. Once chicks start feathering out, they need more space, fresh air, and gradual exposure to outside conditions. But timing matters. Too early and they can't regulate temperature, too late and you're gonna stunt their growth. And today, we're right at that line. First, their mobile home. The rope snapped on the front. I have to haul it down here by picking up the whole front of it. We need to get a new rope for this. Okay, finally, we got the chicken tractor in place. Now it's time to get food and water and fill up the feeder right there, get a water over here. Chicken tractors let birds forage fresh ground while reducing disease buildup and overgrazing. This is a high capacity chicken waterer. It's just 5-gallon bucket, holes drilled in the bottom, these attachments added onto the bottom, fill it up with water, the chickens come and peck on those and water comes out. So we built this really easy to make stand, and then the waterer just fits right on top. I got it all filled up and ready to go. That's a good height for them. They can come up and peck, and as you can see, water comes out. I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna go get them feed. Alright, so I got feed in there. So now we have their little vending machine set up over there, and then the water cooler set up over there. Now we need to replace the rope on the front of the tractor because that broke. And that is the thing that I'm going to be using to move this tractor every single day. I need to go and get a new rope for this. This is a John Siskowicz style A-frame chicken tractor that can easily be moved by one person if you have a rope on the front. There's a link for the plans in the description. Perfect. Next, we have to safely move every chick to the field out here. 1 of 25. I'm moving these guys out early enough in the day so that they can acclimate before it drops in temperature and also before it gets too dark for them to be able to see their new environment. A smooth transition helps prevent stress shock from a sudden environment change. So I'm going to try and keep everybody calm, but that's pretty hard when everybody's easily frightened and running around. That is not good. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I'm running out of time. And as you can see here, looks like it's about to rain. That's kind of the last thing that we want right now. I've officially become a chick chauffeur. 5 stars would be appreciated. These chickens are Freedom Rangers, fast-growing meat birds that forage and are more active than their orange-cross cousins. We try to keep their feeder full so that they never go hungry. This way, they'll grow as quickly as possible. Alright, well, that's it. All 25 chickens are in the tractor. So, we're done with the chick moving stage. Time to move on to the next phase. Well, it's starting to rain. We got the chicks moved. Now it's time to move on to setting up the electric fence. Look at that. Okay, now, back to work. Now we're out here, and this is where things get real. Pasture raising chickens gives them access to grass and bugs and a lot of things that they don't get in a brooder. But it also opens them up to everything that wants to eat them. So it's basically a balanced ecosystem. Now here comes the important part, predator protection. I'm gonna go and get our electric fence with our portable solar battery. All right, 20 minutes remaining. All right, clock is ticking and we're running out of time. So we're gonna stick this stake into the ground. Here's our battery from Premier One. Has a solar panel on the front. Just gonna clip the red clamp to the fence and the black clamp to our little post sticking into the ground. And then we're just gonna turn it on. There are 3 different settings on this battery. One setting is off, one is energy saver, and one is max output. We're gonna put it on max output for tonight because this is super important with these chicks. Chicks are sensitive to overnight temperature drops, especially at this age. If something goes wrong, tonight is the real test. If you're enjoying this kind of homestead challenge content, consider subscribing. All right, so everything is set. Chicks are inside, fence is running. I think we are ready for tonight. All right, so in the few remaining seconds, we're gonna go ahead and latch that, bungee strap that. Remember, this is their first night out here. They're gonna have to adjust to different temperatures and just being outside, because there's a big difference from being inside of their protected brooder shed and being outside here in the chicken tractor. So we're gonna come out here, we're going to turn this battery on high. Okay, that's going. And that's it. We were able to finish in time, but the question still remains. Are these chicks gonna survive the night? All of them, all night long. We will find out. We will wait. We're gonna leave these guys, probably check on them towards the evening, make sure that they still have water and feed and stuff, make sure animals aren't getting kind of bold, stuff like that. So that's it. Everything is set. Chicks are inside, the fence is on, and now we wait. No more fixing things. This is the moment where we find if I did it right or just created an expensive buffet for predators. Let me know in the comments, what do you think is the biggest threat tonight? Raccoons or foxes or something I didn't even think about? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if this video hits 25 likes, I'm gonna do another video on how to care for your chicks while they're out on the pasture. All right, it's morning, time to go check. Shut that battery off. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, they all made it. Sweet. Always thankful to see that. Baby chicks can survive their first night outside. You just got to give them sufficient protection, got to think about multiple different predator issues, and then they should be good. These guys are doing well. They figured out the waterer. That's a good thing. They are loving the feed. They are really just liking the new setup. More space, fresh air, all that stuff. Click over here to see me try to secure my chicken run. Click over here to see my latest video.